everybody. Welcome today. I want to thank you for tuning in. On behalf of Bodies by Kash, I'm Kash Guidry, and today this segment is on the Body Blast Challenge that went from January 3rd and ended on April 4th. Obviously, it took us about a week and a half for the judges to come up with the winners. We broke it down into the top 10 finalists, and then, of course, the top 3 winners, which third, second, and first place. And here today, sitting with me, is the winner of the Body Blast Challenge. I'd like to welcome to you Ronnie Dufrene, who over those 12 weeks, as you've seen the pictures and you'll see it on this post, lost over 40 pounds. And the thing is that, he really started that contest almost at a disadvantage. And the reason I say disadvantage, if you think about it, anytime you start a transformation contest, you want to start at your worst, because the worse that before picture is, then obviously the bigger difference it's going to help you with the after picture. So Ronnie, his journey really didn't start on January 3rd. It started really last summer, June and July, where he was hitting the scale around 348 pounds? 348. And at the end of the challenge, which was April 4th, he hit at, what you said, 229? 239. 239. So you're talking 110 pounds in a course of about 9.5 months, which is beyond incredible. And like I said, this is doing it the right way. Healthy eating, dieting, exercising. So like I said, that's over 9 months. But back to the challenge, over those 3 months, the results speak for themselves. Like I said, he started with sort of a disadvantage because he already got the majority of the bulk weight off throughout those first 6 months of dieting. So to still lose an additional 40 pounds over those 3 months, the back 3 months, that's pretty impressive. But what I want to do now is turn it over to Ronnie and let him tell you a little bit about some of the things that obviously changed his life throughout this process, and also maybe some of the challenges that from where he was before to now. So first off, man, hey, congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Congratulations on winning. And like I said, how did this, from where you was, let's say, a year ago to now sitting here today, how has your life changed?
God, I can't even begin. I mean, it's been a journey. At 350 pounds, 348 pounds, I mean, I couldn't really do anything. I was at that time. I got strapped to a machine and was told I'd have to sleep with that machine for the rest of my life, and I couldn't see myself doing it. And that was day one of my transformation. And I just kept thinking about I wanted to be around for my wife and kids. I got 2 young boys, and I couldn't keep up with them. And now I have all the energy in the world, and I can keep up with them. I feel that I'll be around a lot longer. I'm a lot healthier. I had, at 350 pounds, I had the high blood pressure, high cholesterol, everything that you could imagine. Shortness of breath, couldn't breathe. 110 pounds ago. Try picking up 110 pounds and walk around with it, and it's just changed my life,
Yeah, you touched on something that's, I definitely want the viewers to hear this because, I really dive into a lot of the whole psychology aspect on losing weight, why people can't seem to get on a diet, what motivates people in general, what demotivates them to diet. And you said something very important that, a lot of times we neglect ourselves, and it takes someone else, like if someone else that we obviously love and feel for, that we don't want them to be through the pain of them losing us. So now we will take the motivation to do something, like he mentioned about his kids. The fact that he wants to be around for them and so forth. And I find a lot of people in general, that they won't get motivated to do something until all of a sudden they feel that someone else is going to go through the pain of their own actions. So now all of a sudden, they find that leverage of motivation to get started, to begin this whole process. And, another thing, because you rung a bell, I remember the day you came in my office, which was, I think, in June of last year. and the experience you had the night before, which obviously, once again, the trauma and pain of that, you're so embedded in it, like you can't take one more day of it. You knew at that point, if I don't do something now, bad things are going to most likely happen. And I remember you said how you were sleeping, you had the breathing machine on, and you tell me a little bit about that.
I mean, I was in a room, and I mean, I had wires strapped to me. I mean, from head to toe. I'm talking everywhere, and and the lady kind of rushed in after 15 minutes and put this machine on my face and said, "You need to wear this," and I was panicking. I was claustrophobic. I just couldn't handle it, and I fought it. And the whole time I was strapped to this machine, I just kept thinking, if I don't do something, I'm gonna die. And it just kept playing over and over in my head. I didn't sleep a wink that night strapped to that machine. Matter of fact, she said I had the second worst case that the office has ever seen. I don't know if that's the truth or not. Essentially, it was like I was being woken up 3 times a minute. So I had 106 episodes of gasping for air in an hour, which is like 3 times a minute. And, I could see that because I had all that weight on me. And that right there, and just thinking that I wasn't going to be around for my boys and around anymore was all the motivation that I needed to get
that's a huge thing because we've all had, most people have had people, whether it's a parent or a sibling or a relative that has passed away, whether it's due to some form of obesity, lack of nutrition, lack of exercise. And what we tend to forget, the person who is one overweight a lot of times, is that the pain of those that are going to feel all lost, and that's the thing it's all about, is that you want to be healthy and all, but you want to be around to give to those people that are closest to you. So let me ask you a question: are you still in that breathing machine now?
Should I be? I really don't know. It was to the point where the machine couldn't keep up with me. Mm-hmm. It was pumping so much air into my lungs that I couldn't sleep with it. It was making me bloated. Mm-hmm. And now I'm fine. My wife says, thank goodness, I don't even snore anymore. I sleep soundly through the night. And but you got my blood pressure and cholesterol, and everything is perfect. My blood pressure has never been perfect. It's perfect now. Matter of fact, I think it's like 114 over 70, I believe, or something like that. If I remember right.
That's I'd say that's perfect.
It was a great feeling for once.
That's awesome. It's another thing too about yourself. And how old are you right now?
33.
33. Okay. A lot of people at a certain age, whether they're late 20s, mid 30s, late 30s, they battle their weight a little bit. Maybe 10 pounds or so overweight, and then maybe just 1 year they just go off the deep end. So they gain a lot of weight. But you, however, the better part of your adult years, you've been overweight.
Oh, yeah.
So it makes it even more. If you think about it, you're not someone who just had a year of stress and all, where you just put on all this weight, which a lot of people can relate to that. But you, like I said, you fought with this for a while, and now, having the weight off, and this is just really the beginning.
Yes.
I mean, this is something that, definitely stay tuned. I mean, I'm personally challenging him right now on camera, putting this out there, that it's going to be on social media and the website and so forth, that, this is just a stepping stone to what we will ultimately achieve, So we have a lot more work to do, but, I always tell people, a lot of people get too focused and too caught up on where they want to go, and they don't really stop and appreciate and enjoy where they came from, and everyone really needs to do that, because if you're so caught up on where you want to go, you tend to really get down because you see this image you want to achieve, and you keep chasing it, but you need to always acknowledge, look at how far I've come so far. And when you're talking 110 pounds, and it's not even, we're not even at May yet. When this video comes out, probably the first week of May, but that's pretty amazing for less than one whole calendar year. And then, of course, we know we still got work to do. So,
another staggering statistic that to throw in there is when I was 348 pounds, I was in a 48 pair of pants, a 50 dress pant. I'm now in a 34 jeans and a 36 dress pant.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. He was in a 48 jeans, 50 dress pants, and now you're in a
34 jeans,
and a
36 dress pant.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of inches because, a lot of people get thrown off. Like I always tell them, I said, it's even more inches than that in the actual pant size. So that's pretty impressive. Anything you want to end with on here, or
well,
just to kind of tell anybody out there that obviously it might not be 348, but they might be fighting battles, and you just the roller coaster ride of being overweight, and you can't really get it.
Yeah, you're right. You hit a point there. I mean, it is a roller coaster ride. If you're out there and you're 300 plus pounds, or even minorly overweight, and you want to lose, anything, just keep going, keep fighting. Because look, it plays mind tricks on mind games. I mean, going into the gym when you're that big, and seeing everybody else around you that's fit and just running with ease or lifting with ease, just ignore it, and just keep your motor running. And that's the best advice I could give to someone, is just to keep going. Set your goals high. If you don't hit your goal, it's not the end of the world. Keep moving, keep pushing, keep fighting, because you will hit a wall.
Yeah.
I've hit plenty.
Yeah.
I've hit plenty walls. I mean, I'm talking brick walls.
Yeah.
There was times when I had to drag myself to the gym, but I just kept in mind that this is what I wanted, and I just kept looking at my family and just kept moving. And the good Lord helped. I mean, I couldn't have done it without Him, because there was many times I looked up and asked Him for help.
Yeah.
And just kept pushing.
Absolutely.
And and that's about as best as advice that I could give. And never say you can't do something, because it always can be done, no matter what.
Well, once you say you can't, you won't.
You won't.
Because what you think about, you bring about. And if you plant in your subconscious mind, which I'm at the video that's actually going to come out about that, on limiting beliefs, you may have grown up around an overweight family. You may have a circle of influence of friends that are all overweight. Not only are they overweight, but you see their daily activities, they're not exercising, they're eating junk, they're doing this. And of course, when it comes to your own family, now there's another factor involved in that, which now we're talking genetics. So now you may think, well, my mom and dad's overweight, my brother and sister, they overweight. You know what? I'm just meant to be overweight. If you believe that, you will, I don't care how many diets you try, you are always going to be overweight. You've got to push that aside and get rid of that limiting belief and realize that, I am in control. It might be a little harder for you to lose weight than somebody who might be a little bit more genetically gifted. But that does not mean that you can't lose weight. And if you want to use that as an excuse, like I said, you're gonna fight this battle the rest of your life. And then, of course, the magnitude of that, the health issues, like you were saying. I mean, there's so many things that come with it. But what I want to do now is obviously present you with your $5,000 check. And congratulations again, brother. So,
and I accept your challenge, by the way. My road to the stage starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
I will be competing.
Yeah.
I just don't know when,
but
I will be competing.
Yeah. It's definitely something he mentioned to me months ago. He said that one day he wants to do it. So, we're still in really just past the first quarter of 2016. So I told him, I said, definitely something by the end of 2016, early 17 would be something really realistic to shoot for. But one way or another, we're going to be posting this transformation going forward on taking it to that next step. So thank you for tuning in today. Stay tuned for any more challenges and any competitions we will have coming in the future. Thank you again. I'm Kash Ronnie Dufrene. Thank you.